Hi guys, my name's Felice and today I'm going to be doing an interview for Plug Me Digital. So I hope you enjoy. I'm a 21-year-old professional retoucher and fashion photographer. I also do a little bit of modelling on the side, but that's mainly just for fun. I reside in Cambridge. I've lived here ever since I was a little girl, but with retouching I work internationally and I also travel to London when I'm needed, so yeah. That's actually a really tough question because I've been through the motions with all three. I mean, when I turned 18, I had my first modelling photo shoot, so that was the first thing I did before I even started photography or retouching. So that's what first introduced me to the fashion industry, but I didn't really have a very good experience with it, and I didn't actually enjoy it that much either. So I think that's why modelling took a back seat for me, and obviously I couldn't be as creative as I am with retouching and photography. So I'd say it's quite a nice balance between retouching and photography. I'd say they're both my main passions. Retouching is obviously my main career, so that's probably going to be my main passion above the two. Although that being said, the only reason I am a retoucher today is because of photography and because I took such an interest in it when I quit my job as a tattoo artist apprentice. So, I mean, it's a pretty equal, yeah, it's a pretty equal balance between photography and retouching, but naturally I do have to choose retouching because that is my main career, so it wouldn't make much sense if I said photography was my main passion and then I wasn't pursuing it like I am with retouching. That would just seem like a bit of a waste. However, photography was my main passion and it introduced me to retouching, so they kind of go hand in hand. My personal style. It's always difficult when someone asks you this because to me it's just my style. I couldn't really sit here and explain to you how I see my own work, if that makes sense. It's kind of tough. But, as far as retouching goes, I'd say it's quite sleek. It's really, really clean cut, and although sometimes the concepts are really avant-garde and, a bit strange and a bit over the top, yeah, just very, very sleek. Sleek is kind of like the main word I would use to describe my style of work, both photography and retouching, should I have to choose a single word to describe it. Some of the concepts, though, I guess when I first started photography, it was all quite feminine, it was quite colourful, almost very airy-fairy actually when I first started. I used to be a bit of a hippie. But, recently I've gone back to my roots and my concepts have become a little bit more conceptual, a little more morbid almost, a little darker. Um, so yeah, I just say sleek and unique, as cliche as that sounds, yeah. At least I hope it's unique. You guys would have to tell me that. But the way in which that mirrors my personal style, I used to be really gothic when I was a kid, and I've always been a neat freak when it comes to art, not in general, I'm pretty messy, but yeah, I'm a perfectionist, so I guess my work does show that. I guess it does show the side of me that is a perfectionist, and it also shows my kind of personal style in the sense that when I was younger, I used to be, you know, a little alternative actually. I've always been in on the fashion side of things, I'm really into the fashion industry, but I also kind of put my own spin on things. I was very alternative as well as kind of like following the crowd in regards to trends and stuff. So I hope that does show in my work. This is the main question that I get asked by literally everyone who comes across my work. Are you self-taught? Yes, I'm 100% self-taught. And, despite the fact I did go to college, I did study photography and art for my A-levels, I will stand by that because I was a very bad student and my attendance rate was probably in the region of 33%, I think it was, because I got a lot of stick from my dad for that as well. And the reason my attendance was so bad is because I just was not compatible with, the art education system. I didn't agree with it. I didn't work with it. I didn't enjoy any of the products. I always thought it was a bit of a waste of my time. I mean, that sounds really arrogant of me. I realise that, but at the same time, I felt I was completely stifled when it came to creative freedom. I didn't feel like I had any freedom at all to be creative, to build my own style and to grow as an artist. I just felt completely stifled and like I was being stomped on. So, you know, my attendance was bad. I didn't really go to classes. I failed my exams really, really badly. But when I left college, I actually got back in contact with my digital photography teacher. And, you know, he was amazed by my work. He was really, really happy to see how far I had come. So I think that's proof that, although I'm not encouraging people to not pursue education, I think it's proof that if you've got a talent you can use, you don't necessarily need to be educated by other people to use it to your advantage, to your full potential. I think, you know, if you've got enough passion there, you really can teach yourself because, especially in regards to retouching, I had absolutely no training. I went to no classes. I didn't follow any tutorials. I purely learnt by myself, and also due to the fact I had experience as an artist beforehand, because, you know, I started tampering with digital art when I was about 12 years old. That really helped me, but yeah, I'm completely self-taught if you want to exclude the fact I did go to college and not actually learn anything or go to any classes, but I guess that's up for you to decide. But I will stand by the fact I'm self-taught. And, you know, I don't think that's a bad thing either. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. So, yeah. I want to be retouching for, you know, a retouching house, a really, really renowned retouching house. As much as I adore my clients and, you know, I'm dedicated to them, at the same time, I want to be retouching for magazines instead of just, you know, individual photographers. I really, really want to be published as a retoucher. I've only had a couple of publications and a few tear sheets as a retoucher at the moment, you know, because I'm retouching mainly for personal work, for portfolios and things like that. So if I could be working for an actual retouching house that would offer me not only a really good salary, but a chance to be published internationally, that would be my dream. So my dream is to be published internationally as a retoucher and to be retouching for either big clients, big names like, you know, big magazines or just big photographers or just a retouching house that would be able to offer me those opportunities. So yeah, that would be really exciting for me. This is going to sound really strange, but I don't actually have a creative hero or, you know, a group of people that actually inspire me, especially in regards to retouching, because when it comes to retouching, I just do it. I just, you know, I just get on with it. You know, it's something I really enjoy. I don't need to look at other people's retouching work to inspire me or, you know, help me in any way. I just kind of, I just picked up my tablet or my mouse actually when I first started and I just started doing it. There was absolutely nothing that inspired me to do so but my own work because, you know, obviously I wanted my own photography work to look better and I realised that the magic of Photoshop and photo manipulation and retouching and, you know, editing in general would really help that. So if anything, I inspired myself to become a retoucher purely because I wanted my photography work to look better and then I just dropped photography. So yeah, when it comes to retouching, I have no muses at all. You know, that sounds really cold and blank, but I just don't. In regards to photography though, you know, I did have a few when I first started out, not many. I'd say Iolo Perfidio was one of them, Tim Walker, Craig McDean, but you know, again, there weren't really that many people that I looked up to. It's just something that I absolutely love doing, and I was mainly inspired by locations, films, you know, I'm a big fan of Silent Hill, and just, you know, various films that I enjoy. Um, and clothing designers, actually. Clothing designers were a big influence to me when I first started shooting. So, yeah, there aren't really many people that actually inspire me, and that sounds kind of ridiculous and almost stupid, but yeah, there really isn't. So I hope that doesn't sound too strange, but I guess that's just how it is. It's different for everyone, hey. The main piece of advice I would give to young creatives is don't be shy. Be confident in absolutely everything you do and everything you want to pursue. Because when I first started, I was quite green and I was too shy mainly to direct my models. So, you know, when I first had photo shoots, if I knew an image could look better because, you know, the model's head wasn't tilted in the right way or something like that, I was far too afraid to you know, direct them. I just didn't have the confidence to direct my models because I just thought, oh no, that's far too bossy, you know, I'm not good enough, they're better than me, I can't direct them. But at the end of the day, you are in control of the final results. You know, I mean, they're obviously in control to a certain extent, you know, it's a collaboration, but you are the person that is going to be creating. So it's your responsibility to have the confidence to make sure those finals are the best that they can be. So never be too afraid to boss your models around per se. Never be too afraid to explore avant-garde concepts that may seem a little bit weird, a little bit far out. Just anything that you think you want to do, just go for it and don't be too afraid and don't think that you're not big enough to do something, because the people who make it in this kind of industry are the people who push boundaries, so you really have to go for it. So just don't be shy and try and be confident in everything that you do and everything that you want to pursue in the industry. And I guess that's it really. And lastly, I just wanted to say thank you, Plug Me Digital, for having me and for interviewing me. This has been fun, even though I'm actually slightly ill, so sorry if I sound a little bit husky. It's that time of the year. Um, yeah, it's been a pleasure. So thanks for watching my video if you've watched this, and I hope it's helped in some way, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.